For football and Big D, as their guys will do battle with the Chicago Bears. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16.
This one fielded at the 5.
Well, now how about this return?
And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Fields. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore.
7 yards, the pickup there.
I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
To throw again on 2nd down. Fields. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on their perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
So the 14 yards actually takes him from 143 to the other for 1st and 10. Now with a play clock at 4, we're going to get a timeout call. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields.
Flushed out right.
On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Well, this defense for the Cowboys, they were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields.
Complete here, it's Hyde. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. Now a shotgun handoff to Cohen. And he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Well, that's what's called being aggressive right there. But I don't know that it's reckless. I think it's much more of a message. Hey, defense, I believe in you in case we don't get it. And offense, trying to let them know he believes in them as well.
I like it. Your first drive of the game in plus territory, be aggressive. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to, and he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Defensive end, DeMarcus Lawrence applied the heat.
But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
Throwing on 2nd and long.
Fields.
And his pass incomplete.
Good coverage on the outside, and I think that's where he wanted to check that down to. But once he saw the danger over there, he just threw that one over everyone's head. Smart play.
Eighth play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down.
A shotgun snap, Fields.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th.
The kick by Bass is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
So after knocking through the field goal, here's Bass to kick it away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 16. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line.
Jalen Johnson up to make the tackle.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On 2nd and 9, Prescott. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Cowboys. CeeDee Lamb, 82 yards.
And the Cowboys on just 2 plays have taken the lead.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away.
Taken in at the 3. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Again from the 20 after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10. Fields now to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders fly into the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
From the gun on 3rd down, Fields. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
Here comes the Bears punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. Returnable here from the 38.
A very good kick there, but 15 yards on the return.
And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. A 1st down carry by Elliott. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going. And then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a 1st down.
Prescott's throw pulled in by Lamb.
And down inside the 15 he goes. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
From the pistol, here's Elliott. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Off the play fake, Prescott. Escaping the pressure right. And this is going to be intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And the Bears are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. When he went on the move there and started rolling out, I thought there was a window, but that window closed quickly, intercepted.
And sometimes, despite how big your arm talent is, you don't get enough on a throw when you're on the move as opposed to setting your feet and stepping into one. That may have been the case there, and the defense certainly benefited.
On 1st down, it's Fields.
And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack.
Micah Parsons
in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
2nd and 20.
Another try after the first down sack.
Fields.
Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Well, that's a perfect example of how he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's game. He is just all around the football right now, isn't he?
That he is, and it's funny because I talked with the coaching staff about drills that they do in practice, and one of them is called matching hands. And as soon as that hand is launched by the quarterback, you throw up the opposite hand and match that hand with the QB, and oftentimes you're able to knock it away, as we just saw there.
The Bears on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and a mile.
Back to throw. Fields. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Kelvin Joseph.
And they'll be inside the red zone with a ball at the 16-yard line.
And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
The quick slant caught.
And the Cowboys are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. Throwing, Prescott. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Able to get there and pick it.
And the Bears are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line.
2nd straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Now it's Fields. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
One play action, Fields. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney.
He's at the 40, the 20. Touchdown, Chicago.
Darnell Mooney.
95 yards. And the Bears have retaken the lead. Extra point attempt to follow here. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones They find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out. Play fake. Here's Prescott.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw is Prescott. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag. Because when you do, you can just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. Prescott yet again. Flush to his right. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. They were ahead of schedule after the gain of 7 on 1st down, but the defense does not budge on 2nd and 3rd. It would be a very makeable field goal try from here, but instead they're going to go for it.
Check, 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 check. Big stop, G. Let's go. 58's the mark. 58's the mark. Here we go. Kill. Watch the pass. Here we go.
4th down, Prescott. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he will have the 1st down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the 1st down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front. But somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
And he'll get this down only to the 18. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Kill. 58, Mike. Watch the pass. 58, right over there. Gun. Right there. Let's go one more. 58's the mark. We're going to 53.
Now Prescott. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 10. And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown.
They were in a very good position to come up with a go-ahead score there. A really good drive. Instead, it turns into 6 points going the other way. Psychologically, I don't know what that's going to do to them.
So as a coach, you're looking at that as at least a 10-point swing, right? Because they had the field goal in their back pocket.
They certainly did, and you're right. At least a 10-point swing, maybe more.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Taken in at the 3. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. And that's Elliott, complete. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. On third down, it's Prescott. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
Coverage was awfully tight there on third down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up fourth down.
Now let's see how the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11.
58's the money. 58's the money. You go night-night. Turn up night-night. Hey, check 24. Check 24. Check 24. Check 24. We're going to 54. Why in? 58's the mic. 58.
They're indeed going for it. It's Prescott. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys. Hey, check Mike. Gotta do better. Come on, QB, come on. Hey, check Mike.
Out of the gun, running with Cohen. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. Made his first. This now from 46 yards away. And this is not going to be anywhere close. No good. Way wide to the left. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. It's the Cowboys who get the football first, and they trail here as well as we resume action in the third quarter. Fielded just outside the goal line. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half, so make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps, but above all, play your game.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
58's the money. 58's the money. I'm trying to come. Go to 54.
Prescott now. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Prescott. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on third down, that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
And again, it's Prescott.
That is caught by Lamb.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Count. 47. I can't believe they even let you play. Switch today. No chance.
Prescott to throw it. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a first and goal.
Now Elliott. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be second and goal.
Again, it's Elliott.
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Cowboys draw a bit closer. Zerline now for the PAT. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
They try again with Cohen. He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Fields to throw on 3rd and 1.
He sets to fire deep. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And they finally put it into this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37.
Boy, Brandon, that's what I'd call an ill-advised pass right there on 3rd down. I mean, you just need a yard or two to keep the drive going. Instead, he's trying to hit a home run. You've got to really like your chances if you're going to take a shot like that.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
58, right over there, yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Watch the run, watch the run. Watch 58. 58's the money. Now watch one, watch one. Good.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. Dancing to his left. Prescott able to get down there at the end on the slide, and he has the first as well.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw, so maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
On first down, Elliott, and he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off.
And this ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas. CeeDee Lamb with touchdown number 15 on the year and second of the game. And the Cowboys have once again taken the lead. Zerline good with a PAT. And that will make this a 4-point game. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They had that lead, looked pretty comfortable in the first half, maybe got a little bit overconfident because that's gone now.
Almost takes us back to being kids, doesn't it? Because I know at some point your dad did the exact same thing mine.
And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to take over at their own 41. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
58's the money. 58's the money.
Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side.
A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
Third quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up. 10th carry now for Elliott. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
He's coming. Double up. Go. Get out there. Get out there.
Again, it's Elliott. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Here we go. 46. Here we go. 58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Here we go.
First down, Prescott.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
A give to Elliott running left. And he stopped immediately there. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go. 58, right over there, right over there. Yeah, yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
Prescott from the gun on third. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 26.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the third downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the third quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
First down throw for Prescott. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Here's Prescott. And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a fourth pick of the ball game.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there, because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown in. Frankly, that should have been another pick right there. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up fourth down.
And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is. Now, this was still going to be a one-score game either way, but still, that's a potentially harmful miss here in the fourth.
It certainly is, because if you consider that now if they give up a touchdown, they give up the lead. So he might be getting the side eye by the defenders coming out on the field now as he goes back to the bench after that miss.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Their defense was able to hold serve, albeit with a little help from that missed field goal as they settle in now 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Fields on first down. They'll drop this one down to Cohen. That catch good for only a couple.
And that's a good job there by the corner. And we do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
8 yards to go on second down.
To throw is Fields.
Flushed out right. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
That's something we have not seen him do to this point, and that's take the ball, tuck it, and run.
Exactly right. His first carry of the game. I guess he picked a good time to do it.
He certainly did. Not only did he have the element of surprise, he's making sure he's judicious in taking off.
On first down, Fields.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I'll tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Fields.
They'll roll him out right.
Open man is Kmet, the tight end.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 8.
Here's Fields.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
Picked off by Anthony Brown.
And the Cowboys are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
2nd and 6.
They stay on the ground, but this time it's Elliott. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Prescott from the gun. And that is incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Fielded at the 33. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And the Bears take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Here's Fields.
He's going to wind up and air it out. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 28. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the fourth quarter.
Prescott fires one out wide, complete. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Prescott. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, fourth quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. Now, this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Prescott to throw. He'll buy some time right. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Here's Prescott. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
Hey, it's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. They were already backed up. Now they're backed up further.
I think they were being so careful to make sure all assignments were covered that they ended up running themselves out of time.
Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Back to throw.
Gonna get this to Cohen.
And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Now the Bears will use their third and final timeout as they stop it prior to what will be an important fourth down. Down 4 late. Got to go for it here on fourth down.
They snap it to Fields.
Escaping the pressure right. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Well, Prescott here to throw. Flush to his right. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
William Jackson with a pick. And the Bears are right back in this football game. Oh my, how the tables have turned now. They were trying to salt this one away, but that interception, potentially a game changer.
And I've just got to think to myself, at this point of the game, I know you've been aggressive. I know that's your MO, and that's fine. And all those teams that talk about all gas, no brakes, you better have the emergency lever to pull occasionally. They could have used it right there. They put themselves in a tough spot with that interception.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Back to throw. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Ooh, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. Going up top. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark, really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
He's back to throw. And this is caught. He hits more. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. First down, and he gets out of bounds.
Yeah, you have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and then completions to use the clock.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. This secondary as a unit, they've worked really well together in this one, especially late.
A lot of cohesiveness, a lot of communication, and some great athleticism. They're playing so well now, a nickname is sure to follow. They're going to have to name this whole unit soon.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Again, Fields toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Got to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
Throwing on third down, Fields. And that went a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
And a great game comes down to this. Time for one play, and they've got to get it in the end zone.
And I want every cover guy I've got in the game on defense, every extra defensive back who can make a play on the football. So whether it's nickel, dime, quarter, whatever you want to call it, I want 5, 6, 7 guys back there.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Cowboys' defense is going to get them the football back. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And my goodness, another interception. William Jackson with a pick. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Cowboys, it's a critical win for them as it gets them to 9-6.
I shall come forth as pure gold. Have you been tried in the fire? Have you been tried in the fire? Well, tell me, did you come through as pure gold?
You kick it like the benefactor's benefactor. Well, truthfully, we know you never been a factor. Well, honestly, the truth is that you've been an actor. And now your actions got them boys about to mass up. Lectures from the devil got you piping hot. This up and you get screwed and chopped, no Michael Watts. When I was 10, I knew I should have been on rap a lot. Think like Jay Prince and I do more than just rap a lot. Listen, I I went and got my digits up. Your favorite, bruh. You don't want no trouble, cuz. The 25th, I got a meeting with the governor. That's where rap a lot, no cap a lot. I used to from Farron down to Camelot. I used to whip up in my granny's pot. She asked my friends, was I? They said, nope, he not. The line to a praying woman. The truth's a heavy burden and it's weighing on me. Red Doggies caught me slipping with the wailing on me. I went to calling out for Jesus like a reverend on me. Chalked it up to sin, took it on my chin. Gotta take some L's if you wanna win. They took a but didn't take a sin. I didn't even have no re-up I could re-up with. Had to rob another just to re-up. Pray to God that in his heart he found forgiveness for me. It was nothing personal, it was just business for me. When I got on, I paid him back and told him it was ugly. I'd rather ask forgiveness like 100 times than be asking for permission in a beggar's line. Cause of who I be and check out how I tend to mine. I got a partner who don't eat no pork at dinner time, but let you act like you gon' ever hurt or injure mine.